people, I'm back for some more SoulCalibur VI. Took a long time. It's actually been over a month since I've played this, or at least streamed it. So, finally back. Continue on. Hook, line, and sinker. Found the ruins where Dion and Emily were trapped, sworn and malfested. What stand between us and our missing companion? We finally managed to get inside. Ruins have gone berserk, getting increased attack power. Alright, let's see if I remember how to play this here. Attack damage. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Let's go with this. Here we go. Evil coming from the outside of this wall, and there are signs Dion and Empty pass through here. We're going in. Walk down dimly lit passages, the walls damp and the stone floor wobbling with each step. Place had clearly seen better days. It appears that experiments were performed here. However, I see nothing of impact, nothing of import. Is that you, sir? Suddenly, Dion's awful voice rang from out from behind the wall. Dion, are you alright? Yes, sir. Natalie is with me. Be careful, there are still plenty of malfested going around. Intruder detected. Seize them. It is advised to see a horde of malfested. Master Aswell will want them. Short malfested. Always love his old subtitles they give the generic guys. These people Aswell did this to you. They are dangerous. Worry not about us. Flee while you can. ... We got this. I'm saying if I remember how to play. One. Oh, I missed it. Nope. Well, that's all it's been on. KO. Oh, for some reason I thought I wanted to. Perfect. I still got it. You win. Our job is done, dear. Sir, how on earth were you able to defeat so many malfested? They've been exterminated. That is all you need to know. Now tell me what happened. We found some suspicious documents, but the malfested ambushed us. Amidst the fighting, we accidentally triggered some sort of trap. The wall dropped down and locked us in here. This room must have served as a prison, because there's no way to open the door from within. Is it just the two of you in there? There's nothing that might help? Yes, it is too dark to see anything clearly, but we found nothing when we searched the room earlier. Ro paused to think, then turned to face me. There must be a way to open it from the inside. When this place was used as a lab, that room likely served a number of purposes. Whether it be functioned as a holding cell or a sealed experiment chamber that needed to open it eventually, the switch must be nearby. We stood up to search. A few minutes later, Ro pointed to part of the floor. Looking closer, I noticed the stone slightly different in color from the others. After a quick press, the wall rose to reveal Dion and Natalie. Sir, please forgive us for our failure. We are most grateful for your help. However, I feel you should have left us behind. You lost contact with us. You must have suspected we were falling into a trap. It would have been more appropriate to prioritize pursuit of Astral and call in a rescue party from headquarters to find us. Natalie, you go too far. Sir, your judgment is often clouded when it comes to Astral, is it not? ... Our mission is to defeat Astral. Everything else is secondary. Furthermore, you are a valuable resource. It would have been illogical to leave you behind. Suddenly, the building and the screen shook violently, and the floor collapsed. What the ... question mark exclamation point. Woo! Only a little bit of XP. The Sword of Salvation. When I opened my eyes, I could see a hole in the ceiling. That must have been where we had fallen through. It was quite the drop. How do you feel? You appear not to have sustained any severe injuries, but you were unconscious for some time, trying to refrain from making any sudden movements. I asked if Don and Natalie were okay. Ron nodded. Don and Natalie returned before long. As expected, we were unable to find a way out. The building was old and unstable to begin with, so it is likely all the fighting above weakened it to the point of collapse. It seems the only way out is up. Well then, get climbing. Hey, you still breathing down there? Say something if you are. Voice came from below. It belonged to the girl we had met outside, Mina. We wasted no time responding. I knew it. I'm going to throw down the rope. Yay, Mina to the rescue. You have my gratitude. Thank you. I heard a loud noise and the whole building collapsed. Talk about a shock. The smoke was crazy too. Well, at least you're all safe. I'll accept any praise you want to throw at me. Why have you not left? Ack! Happened to our deal. They're going to scurry in after we have left. Urgh. No matter. The building is no more. I know not what you sought, but it is too late to enter now. Have you heard of Soul Edge? You might know that it is the Sword of Salvation. I came here looking for it. I have to get my hands on it. I heard rumor that it around here, so... I searched every corner of that place, but found no trace of this sword. To be blunt, look elsewhere. Of course, if you wish to stay here, then Rose be my guest. Okay, got it, thanks. Another dead end. Oh well, I guess it's on to the next place. Catch you another time. To think people would name Soul Edge the Sword of Salvation. But I cannot deny that those rumors exist. I suppose that sword may offer salvation depending on how it is used, of course. ... Sir, here are the files we found inside. This mentions the evil seed. Yes, sir. It is a study on the circumstances surrounding the occurrence of the evil seed. The research seems extensive. This matches our organization's intelligence, as well as trying to awaken the evil seed. The problem is how close he is. Perhaps his interest in the Astral Fissures is linked to his plan. It's highly likely we need to report back on what we've learned. It turned out riddle me this. Apparently the river is in this game. No. Trade route. The Ming Empire and Europe are connected by a long winding trade route. I followed it west, and traverses. Wow, sitting down. Yeah. What's up, Chin? Hope you had a fun Fury stream. Welcome to the stream. I feel weird to you? Nah. Not too much. I'll play standing up or sitting down. I don't care. Followed it west, traversing scorching sands and treacherous mountain ranges. Eventually, I arrived at the great city of Samarkand. Nice, rich place where people from all over the world gather to trade goods and ideas. They say you can find anything here for a price. Even in Samarkand, some things are still hard to get. What's this to say? I can't read this language yet. In a plaza in the center of the city, a group of people were gathered in front of a notice. Let me see. Handsome award. That guy doesn't look like an old man. Let me see. A handsome award to those who present to me the item that embodies these words. The queen sits in a glimmering chamber, locked within the sturdy walls of her castle. She holds an orb most precious. I like the sound of a handsome award, but what's the rest supposed to mean? But I know who's behind this though, that Western lord, you know, the one who's always doting on his daughter. Oh yeah, I heard one time he ordered food and medicine all the way from Ming. Maybe he wants something from her from there again. I listened to the crowd chatter while mulling over solutions to the riddle. Eventually I hit upon the idea that this precious orb could be a pearl, and the castle would be the shell that protects it. Korean weapon merchant I once met had told me about a rare food that Korea and Japan exported to the Ming Empire, dried abalone. Abalone's shells are extremely tough, but inside they shine like a rainbow. Yeah. One of the lamps just turned off. It's like on a timer in this room. You might notice the lighting just changed on my face cam. Dried abalone is supposed to be quite the luxury item, but I doubt cost was an issue to this lord. I should probably go see him if I ever find something. That was just a whole lot of exposition. Yay! Happy doing that, too. Happy the stream. Rumors. Let's get back to the main story. Samarkand, a city bustling with travelers and merchants. Dion and Natalie left us to meet with an informant who claimed to have information on the Astral Fissures. Let's see. Where should we go? Head to the market or head towards the lake? Where shall we go? Leave that up to you. Oh, I care where we go. This doesn't really have any good or bad choice. Where shall we go? You know what? People in the chat, where should I go? Market, the lake. Where, oh where? Not to find. afraid I could have found my path blocked by a large crowd. An agitated man was shouting at the throngs of people. Excited man. Danger lies to the west. Head that way at your own risk. You'll be killed by the lizard monster or the giant. Or the giant lizard monster. My village was attacked by those very fiends. I'm the only survivor. They're demons, monsters that glory and slaughter. I've heard similar rumors myself. As have I, rumors from far to the west. A monstrous magic azure armor has been rampaging across the land, murdering all who we encounters. The Azure Knight, I thought it was just a rumor, but we should hire more guards. There's a monster, a giant, and the Azure Knight, vowing to take care. If I ended up heading west, I left the crowd behind. I promise we'll get into another fight eventually. This is a whole lot of exposition right now. Not long after I met up with Grove, Diane and Natalie appeared. We have discovered a new astral fissure located near Bakhara. Understood. We should prepare to... Are you okay? An unbearable pain runs through my head. I dropped to my knees, trying desperately to endure it. After a few moments, the agony faded. Migraine. It's been a while since you absorbed the power of an astral fissure, you understand? I nodded and slowly rose to my feet. Rest a while. Once preparations are complete, we head out. Hooray! Something. Oh, here we go. Change location. See what else I can do. Not a whole lot over where stuff is. What's my level? 22? This is level 24. Level 20. Yeah. We'll go back to the story. Purifier. Yay, finally fight again. Rose's insistence, we took time to rest and rejuvenate. Then we began our journey to the next astral fissure. On the way, new enemies presented themselves. You have reduced health and your opponents have increased attack power. Defeat them all. Now that's just unfair. Okay, how about this critical attack damage? Here we go. As we made our way to the astral fissure, Dion leaned over and whispered to Grove. Sir, for some time now, I know we are being followed. They do not seem friendly. Perhaps they have been affected by the fissure in Bakhara. There is a distinct possibility, though I loathe any delay, we should face them here and now. We readied our weapons. Moments later, malfested soldiers charged out of the darkness around us. Grrr. G R R R R R R R R. Here we go. Yeah, gameplay again. Oops. Three opponents. Oh boy. Yay! You got this. Oh. Oh, I missed. Alright, that was pretty simple. Much more simple than I thought it'd be. Girder, whoa. Hey, that one's still alive, watch out. The malfested I thought defeated stood up and swung its sword at me. I tried to defend myself, but I stumbled as my head exploded in pain. Chish! Roa sped towards me, arriving just in time to deflect the malfested strike. However, the wild maneuver put him off balance, leaving him wide open. The malfested's next swing arched toward him. Sir! Before the malfested strike could land, the creature froze. A moment later, it crumpled quietly to the ground. The woman stood behind where the creature had been. Heyo, talkie! Yeah! Talkie's awesome. You did this? Who are you? I see no need to tell you. The evil here has been purified, and so I take my leave. And with that, she disappeared into the darkness. Sir, are you okay? Yes. Who was that? She was no ordinary warrior. Indeed, for the briefest of moments, I sensed a strange power emanating from her weapon. We must ask our agents to investigate her. I know who that is.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woohoo! Level up! A terrible threat. Search of strength. I kind of already did that stuff. Hello challengers, join me welcome to the stream. Welcome to SoulCalibur VI. Finally playing this again. A terrible threat. Though the malfested were no longer a threat, my headaches. That is oddly spaced. My headache had gotten significantly worse. Finally, the Astral Fissure was in sight, but the Berserker still stood in the way of closing it. You have reduced health and your opponent's attacks reduce your guard gauge more. Defeat your opponent. Yeah, that's a save roll. Alrighty. There's still no sign of Astral or his cronies. I believe we should refrain from closing the Astral Fissure just yet and instead use it to lure Astral out. I would agree, however. The intense pain in my head was making it hard to stand. It took me a moment to realize Gro was looking at me. Our priority this time is to close the Astral Fissure. With our companion here in such a sorry state, our mission could be compromised. Step forward, Katie. The Astral Fissure needs to be dealt with. Thunder with a great roar, a pair of berserkers emerged from within the Astral Fissure. Two of them. Sword. Gege Gra. Without a trace of fear, Gro stepped forward and drew his weapon. I stepped to his side and drew mine as well. I shall take one while you take the other. Stay strong. Me and Gro were like Bash Brothers. Yeah. Here we go.
Battle one.
Gotta go berserker, berserker. Oh. But counter! Okay, we got 2 rounds here. Just notice that. Oh, I like that. I forgot that could happen in this game, just the sort of clash like that. Kinda like in Smash Bros. Sometimes. Like attacks clash and nothing happens, it looks really cool anyway. compared this to Smash Brothers. These are two completely different series. No, he's not fine. Oh, no, it is a good block. Okay. Thanks for that.
Come at me!
Come at me. I miss this dude. The light. Go towards the light. Once I absorbed the Astral Fissures' power, the pain in my head abated. Wait. Okay. Let's check. Once I absorbed it. Okay. I already read that. It is done. Are you feeling better? I nodded. Good. Next we head to the village up ahead and gather information.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woo! Level up twice. Nope, level up 3 times. Yeah. Level 26. Chapter 3, 1586. Warning. Oops. Okay. Innovation. No, wait, no, not innovation. Oh, this is what's happening. Looks like I'll never run for that. I guess I'll do this right quick. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay. That's all I wanted to do. Worthy opponent, await me at the end of my journey. With our power as warriors at stake, we begin our battle. 2 bars of your soul gauge filled with noise. I'll take it. It's good for the experience of all, I suppose. Ready? Nope. There's that. Alright. Ooh. Okay, so that was worth it. Blessed Acolyte level 24. Nice. What's that over there? The 5 rings, I'm looking for blue. Okay, we got plenty going. Right. Yeah, I'll do this. Sages separate your opponents move more quickly. Beat all opponents. That's right. See what my opponents look like. Oh no!
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
That was the guys making when I'm hitting it. Oh! I'll take it. I looked like I fell before he did, but oh well. Yay!
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Okay. Comments are easy, it's just like Rena is making everything super. Half expecting him to just kill himself. Like that other guy did. Yeah. Alright.
Come on now.
Somehow we're both missed.
Come on now.
No, I fell first.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
I want to finish so much of this. Whoa. Nope. Okay. Boy. So intense because of a slippery ring. Oh, the clash. Oh. No. He like did a backflip and then fell off. What a way to win.
Your soul surges in your
That was worth it for a level up. Yeah, level 27. Asamuni level 16. Button G. Continue expedition. Let's go over here. Bounty for scoundrels. Arriving at destination. Let's do the bounty for scoundrels first. Your opponent's health and soul gauge recover over time. Defeat them. I don't see no them. I only see one guy. Hello everyone who's joining us in the stream. Welcome to SoulCalibur VI. Finally go back this game. Oh. Hey Chin, if you're still there, let me know if audio is good. Or if anybody could let me know if audio is good. Also, it kind of looks like I'm fighting a warrior, like an old man warrior Charlie Brown. Old man warrior version of Charlie Brown right now. I'm gonna defeat Charlie Brown and become a ruffian. What a blockhead. How dare he become a ruffian? Next time try to get a ball over the foot, you blockhead. Oh. And Charlie Brown has been defeated. Yay! Lizard tail. Tokuemba. Only kicks and throws are effective. Ooh, interesting. Mutton. 30% health recovered on soul charge. Health recovery every 1 second. 5% of damage. Yeah, might as well. Zihan's shop was in a bustling commercial district near the harbor. I imagine that a front for a criminal organization would be tucked down aside. There was a large building facing a broad street. Oh, if it isn't KD, it's nice to see you again. Welcome. After we had caught up, Zihan took a letter from his coat. Would you be willing to do a job for me? I'd like you to deliver this from an old man named Ruan, who lives outside of town. He's a former soldier who used to be our most skilled man. He's retired now, but he's smart. And with his help, I could turn the city around. Are you willing to assist me? I arrived at the location Zihan told me about and was surprised to find a splendid manor. It seemed Ruan was a man of taste as well as ability. What's your business with me? Oh, the voice sent you. The old man's face grew dark as he read the letter. Hogwagon went missing, did he? The boy wants me to help him run the shop and clean up town? Ruan's eyes shifted to me. His kind grin followed the expression had been replaced by a sharp, calculating stare. In our line of work, a business is only as good as the one who runs it. People might lend you their strength, but unless you have the wings to use it, it will go nowhere. I won't waste my time on someone who doesn't have what it takes, even if it is the boy. At that, the old man's smile returned. But he must have had a reason to send a stranger like you to convince me to help, right? If that reason is a good one, perhaps I will lend a hand. For example, maybe you're a warrior with enough skill to entice me. What do you think?
Battle 1. Fight!
Alright. Okay, nice. I'm gonna throw you. Yeah.
Battle 2. Fight!
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh.
I won't quit.
And I'm going to the stream. Oh yes. I didn't mean to actually do that. That was a good finish though. Oh, I must admit I did you a disservice by underestimating you. You've proven yourself to me. I'll have to trust in the boy's intuition. He has my help, at least for a time. Ron sank deep into thought. Let's start off by visiting a few notable citizens to collect funds. After that, we'll see who remains in the organization and get them properly trained. Of course, the boy will have to work on his image too in order to keep the Lin Pei's gang on their toes. I was certain I would soon be hearing more of Zihan's complaints. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I'm going to level up. Yay! Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah! Arrived at destination. It's slipping up on the table. Oh, one of these guys. Oh boy. Well, it's worth it for the weapons at least. I think we get more weapons from this. What we got so far. I wonder if I somehow beat every, let's see. Charlie Brown again. Hold up. Excellent. Wow, sir, you did not skip on there. Oh. There we go. Oil fish, two-handed sword. Alright, that's that. In next position. Let's change location. Back to Dhaka, why not? Merchants of the Wetlands, the bandits' leader. Level 20. Ooh, a third enemy that's unknown apparently. Only soul charge attacks are effective. Huh. I began to see the truth behind the events that transpired before I could reveal it to Maharshi I was attacked. It was sunset as I was walking through the city with Maharshi. The number of people dwindled as we moved toward the outskirts. Katie, you said you had something you wanted to speak to me about. I'm away from prying ears. Surely this is far enough. Suddenly the thump of dozens of footsteps echoed around us. I thought I would have time to share what I had learned with Maharshi but the enemy moved faster than I had anticipated. Forgive me, but I'm afraid that discussion won't be happening. Lila? The woman smiled, her teeth glinting dangerously in the light of the setting sun. Please don't think ill of me. I thought I'd be able to let you live. I don't remember Lila. Maybe I've seen her before. Maybe I haven't. It's been like a month since I've streamed this, so understandably I don't remember most of the characters. Oh man, Soul Charge is indeed effective. Check that out. Woo. What? I guess we have to this. At least for that. I know that. Yeah, there we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, get away from me, get away from me. Oh. We need Soul Charge. It's there. I mean, bah! Get out of here now! Just as I was about to subdue Lila, she gave a cry and her lackeys scattered. It was you all this time? Then the attack on your cart. Entirely staged, of course. My, but you're awfully naive to be in your position. Control the flow of goods, manipulate prices, and earn profit. A rather simple plan for any merchant. It's a sound idea to be certain, but you'd have to invest a lot up front to reap any rewards. A merchant of your resources could never. Never mind that, you've caught me, so what will you do with me? Let her go. I suggested that Lila did not enact this plot on her own, and that taking her in now would mean her co-conspirators would go free. Maharshi nodded in agreement. Indeed, if we want a chance to fully purge this rot infecting our guild, we must do so. Lila, do you swear never to attack a caravan traveling to or from this city again? Of course not. Lila sighed. She had been caught, yet she did not appear in the least repentant. I'm in no position to refuse, am I? And I suppose you won't tell us about your accomplices in this. I believe you understand. We have certain responsibilities toward each other, you see. Well, if dealing with you leads to fewer attacks, I'd call it a solid day's work. At Maharshi's signal, I released Lila, and she stood up gracefully. I really didn't expect you to let me go. Farewell, my soft-hearted friends. With that, Lila walked away. There's no need to frown, Gertie. Now that Lila's been flushed out, the others won't be able to hide for long. Lila's smart and knows when she's beat, but I doubt her partners are as wise. Bandit attacks ceased for a while after that, and the repairs to the road progressed slowly but steadily. Ooh, Daka leveled up. Yay. Alright. Now competition. Back this way, not wrong. Hello, John is joining. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to SoulCalibur VI. Just playing Libra of Soul. Doing a bunch of side quests right now. Goody, there you are. I have a small end for you. Please have a seat. Zihan greeted me with a wide smile as I opened the door to the shop. He had been expecting me for some reason. Have you heard of the Shinobi? They're sort of clandestine operatives from Japan. That land was divided into warring provinces for many years, and the Shinobi operated in the shadows. Others group using Shinobi techniques here in order to sow chaos in the Ming Empire. They formed a little cabal and have gotten into the business of robbery. It's quite a mess to clean up, really. The authorities have demanded my assistance in that, but nobody wants to pit themselves against people who can fight like devils and have an endless bag of tricks. That's when I was struck by a line of inspiration. You, Katie, I know I can trust you, and you can handle yourself. I'll even have a little bonus to the reward. Help me out, will you? Zihan pressed 4 bounty notices for the band of thieves. The Nekomata gang into my hands and ushered me out of the shop. Black magic sorceress. Kind of pretty looking. I read the second bound and you notice the given me. Tama, a girl who uses black magic to manipulate corpses, and soon she was looking at not for the West. Soul gauge flows more quickly, but you cannot defeat an opponent unless soul charge. Defeat all opponents. bulky looking stuff, eh? Pointing. Alright, we got this.
This will be good.
My time!
Yay! Win!
Your soul surges in your
Yeah,
body.
that was 28. Alright, destination. Alright, the bounty notice Zihan given me. Tasuka and Rin, a pair of vagabonds pretending to be husband and wife. It seemed they had been last spotted on the road to the north. The strange secret that only you are affected and your opponent's movement speed is increased. Oh boy. Get okay then. Just gotta be careful with this one. Winner! Search of strength. Only for scoundrels. Okay, that's far too expensive. Boss Shimanoa. Okay. try this. Hong-Myong, god of all martial arts. I returned to the Song Dochang to tell Hong-Myong about me. Thank you for my troubles. He offered to go toe-to-toe with me in battle. If one of the attacks reduce your guard gauge more and have a high chance of being counted as candidates, defeat your opponents. Just the one opponent. Okay. When I returned to the Dojang, I was greeted by the pupil with whom I had spoken during my previous visit. I informed him of my business there. Oh, I remember you. Yes, my master told me what's going on. Right now, he's most likely training alone in the mountains behind the Dojang. Take the path over there to get to him. On my way up the mountain, I found Hong-Myong. He's sitting in meditation. It seems he had finished his training. Oh, it's you. It's good to see you. I told him that I had run into Mina in the ruins near Kashgar. That foolish daughter of mine is just as reckless as ever. It's as if she doesn't think. He spoke as harshly as ever about his daughter, but his eyes sparkled with relief to hear she was safe. I'm terribly sorry for the trouble my daughter caused you. It's not much of an offering, but how would you like to have us fighting match now since we took that forward? I'd like to turn down a chance to fight. I'm god among martial artists. I agree wholeheartedly. Very well. Yay! Our challengers just joined. Welcome to the stream. Has he been here for a while?
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh, actually, it's a 3 out of 5. That's new. Yeah. Take him out.
Battle 2. Fight! No time to die!
What? There we go.
Battle 3. Fight! Stop this!
I keep forgetting about certain moves that I do. Ow! That hurt. Oh, you got me. You got me.
Battle 4. Fight!
There we go. Woo! Victory! Avi! Most impressive. I can see now why Mina could not hold her own against you. To be able to trade blows with a promising young martial artist such as yourself has brought me more pleasure than I could have hoped for. Idiot said, I'll prepare a room for you in my home. I insist you come stay with us. The next morning, I was greeted by Hong-Myong as I gathered my belongings. I'd like to thank you again for returning with news of Mina. Please take this as a token of my gratitude. I'm sure you'll find it useful at some point in your journey. Hong-Myong gave me a hold-on path down to the Song Highway. Please feel free to visit again should you ever have a chance. Woo! Emerald Nimbus level 18. Alright. How about this? Oh! I'm about to attack! Brandon leaped out of nowhere to block my path. Made with petrified. Opponent's health recovers over time and a critical edge does more damage. I'll try this thing. Alright. Oh, I should have took off his short fast. Oh. Go in the Sichuan pepper. Here we go. In hopes of finding dried abalone for the noblemen in Samarkand, I ventured eastward toward Japan. There, the lord of the castle offered the item as a reward for taking care of some local ruffians. Bonus gets stronger as their health decreases. Oh boy. Oh boy. Try this. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Gotcha. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. Yeah. The castle's owner gave me some dried abalone. I need to hurry, deliver to Samarkand.
Your soul surges in your body.
Okay, I leveled up. All that and such a strength stuff. I've already done that. I've already done that kind of thing. Alright. try this thing. I knew that would be coming away. Hello, lizard man. Bonus mission: defeat an opponent with increased defense in the allotted time. I don't know who my opponent was, but if it was a fight they were after, it was a fight they were going to get. Dang. If only I actually kept that increased attack power royal fish thing for this particular mission. Oh well. We'll see. Hello, people who are joining, welcome to the stream. Not that much defense. Okay, oh, he didn't get that. Arrived at destination. I read the fourth bounty notice Nihon had given me. Shinonoma, boss of his Nekomonogatari. It seemed this Shinonoma was held up at a hideout in a trading port. Stage slipper, but your opponent is unaffected and their health increases over time. Aww. No, that is just unfair. I don't even know if I have a mercenary. I don't think I do.
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh, 2 rounds. You did not skip shoulder day, sir. Or on there.
Ready!
Battle 2.
Fight!
Actually, I didn't mean to grab him there. But I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. End expedition. Oh, we go back to the main story. Been too long. Oh, wait a minute. Samarkand. Trade route, father and daughter. About half a day's journey along the trade route from Samarkand, I arrived at the Lord's Manor. Oh, so you're the one who saw my middle. I hear you have something dried up alone for me. Wonderful work, most excellent. I had assumed the Lord, as wealthy and powerful as he, would be haughty and arrogant, but to my surprise, he was both cheerful and friendly. When I last issued a request for a rare item, I was beset by swarms of fools and swindlers who bought me fakes and forgeries. So this time I thought I would cook my request in the form of a riddle. That way, only those sharp of wit and discerning of eye would answer the call. Thank you for bringing me the object of my desire. Oh, how I wish I could introduce you to my daughter, but alas, she has not been well of late. Do forgive me. You worry too much about me, father. What the devil are you doing out of bed? What the devil? The Lord had reason to be worried. His daughter was pale and weak, and her legs shook as she clung to the wall for support. You must allow me to thank the one who worked so hard on my behalf, sir. I am most grateful to you. Sir, I am most grateful. As you can see, my constitution is weak, and I often struggle merely to rise from my bed. Father worries about me and often seeks out rare remedies and medicinal foods in the hopes of finding a cure. She gave me a faint smile. So this is dried abalone. I confess I've never even seen it before. I wonder how one should best prepare it. My daughter rarely listens to me and always cooks her own meals. I tell her she needs to rest, but does she listen? So much effort went into acquiring this. If I refuse to participate, where in the world did I get participate from? If I refuse to prepare it myself, it would be rude to both the food and the one who brought it. And besides, I want to do as many things as I can while I still live. That's dark. She invited me to join her for dinner, but when I learned that dried abalone took days to prepare, I politely declined, not politically. I cannot read tonight. With great regret, I waved goodbye and set off. I politically declined. Not long after, I received a thank you letter from my Lord's daughter. She wrote pages of flowery prose that described how the chewy texture and rich flavor of the dried abalone had delighted her senses. She spoke at length on how it had added her passion for the distant sea, which she had never realized upon. And it also made me thoughtful. I got nothing for that. Yay! Train route, riddle me that. The meadows spread out before me, framed by an endless blue sky. I walked, savoring the fresh, clean air, and after some time saw beautiful buildings rise into view on the horizon. I smiled at the sight of the familiar outskirts of the great oasis city of Samarkand. A short time later, I had entered the city. The solemn chants of people saying their morning prayers filled the air, signaling the start of a new day. I moved my way to the bazaar, where shouts of merchants preparing for the day ahead mingled with the clatter of wagons and other city noises. In the middle of a plaza, a few people had stopped to read a notice. I suddenly felt a strong sense of deja vu. Another riddle? Let's see. A handsome reward to those who present to me the item that embodies these words. The lightning may strike twice. Once is enough for a smell quite nice. Ugh, rich people have too much time on their hands. Well, at least I'd heard someone say that white truffles grew where lightning struck. The ground. That had to be the answer. Simple. As before, the notice bore the name of the wealthy lord who ruled the oasis to the west. Boy, ripped my chest. Could it be his dog's condition it wasn't? There was only one way to find out. I heard that white truffles were mostly found in Italy. Alright. I think it's probably time to start the story again. Boy. The Intrepid Merchant. Thomas the Explorer. As I was taking a walk through the woods away from the campsite, a woman appeared, the same one who had helped grow it out before. Ooh, we're gonna fight Taki, yay! Let's do it. I found myself unable to sleep that night, so I decided to take a walk. A short distance from camp, I sensed someone hiding in the darkness of the forest. I tensed, expecting an enemy, but it was the woman who had helped us earlier that emerged from the shadows. I sensed the inhuman power within you. I saw you absorb that evil vortex. I concluded that you are no normal warrior. You witnessed me taking care of the Astral Fissure. I knew I needed to tread carefully here. I will not ask you to tell me of your power. Your blade will show me the truth of you.
Battle 1. Fight!
Do you fight for good or evil? This is it!
Gotcha.
Battle 2. Fight.
Come.
Oh. Oh, fuck it. There you go.
You leave me no choice.
Fight.
Oh! No. Oh.
No escape. Too easy.
Come on, man. Alrighty. Go for another hour and a half at least. Interesting. Those who stain their hearts with darkness deserve only death, but I may have been rash in my judgment of you. Still, that doesn't mean you are safe. Listen well, the moment evil consumes you, you will become my prey. Do not forget that. She glanced at the forest behind her. And deliver this warning to the man hiding over there. His left arm is like a thundercloud ready to strike lightning. With that, she disappeared back in the darkness. Moments later, Rose stepped into view. Quite the pesky mosquito we have on our backs. Ask him how long we've been there. Ask him what he knew about her. Let's see. Ask him what he knew about her. Judging from her garb and bearing, she is what is called a ninja from our country far to the east. She has appeared in my organization's files before. Fear not, should the evil consume you, I shall kill you quicker than she. I told him that wasn't exactly reassuring. Suddenly I realized I hadn't thanked her for saving me from the malfested earlier. I quickly did so. You need not thank me, I chose my actions. Time to head back. We rise early tomorrow, get some sleep. Message for the agent in black. Learn and improve. Ooh, level 33. There we go. The Intrepid Virgin, Thomas the Explorer. There was a certain something about Thomas that made him hard not to like. When we reunited, he had gotten himself into trouble yet again. The high attacks were effective and their opponent moved more quickly to defeat them. He has to save them. It is said that the lateens of Adao are ideal for catching the seasonal winds that sweep across the Indian Ocean. As I approached the harbor, I gazed toward the horizon, where countless sails blossomed across the surface of the Persian Gulf like the petals of white flowers. Shortly after disembarking, I heard shouting and a commotion. Wait, get back here, you thief, you scoundrel! A man darted toward me, clutching a bag, with Thomas in hot pursuit. Friend, what's serendipity? Please catch that man. He has a friend, huh? Out of my way, loser. Lehu, Zeher.
Battle 1. Fight! Here we go.
Good thing we got to the saber. Nope. Nope. No. Nope. Now that I think about it, this guy kind of makes me think of my life. Oh. Alright. Attack. The thief let go of the bag and fled. Thomas arrived moments later, gasping for breath. Oh, thank you, friend. After our last parting, I bought loads of tea and set sail for Europe, but alas, my ship suffered heavy damage in a storm, stranding me on the open ocean for a fortnight. I thought I was a goner for sure, But I did manage to get my hands on this fine item during my voyage. I'm relieved that I can honor the friendship you've shown me with this paltry offering, at least. Consider it yours. Go on, take it. Thomas handed me a bundle. By the way, would you be interested in coming to see my prized vessel, or at least what's left of it? And perhaps we could then discuss how much you can contribute to its repair costs. Give him 3,000. Zounds, are you sure you're fine donating this much? Boy, was I... Was right? That's a bit of a grammar issue there, Jay. Was right. To choose you as my friend. You'll be rewarded handsomely for this, just do it. It seemed as though I had given him enough to pay for the repairs. Thomas rushed off to the ship, right, and grinning from ear to ear.
Your soul surges in your body.
Level 30. Level 30. That is awkward. A message for the agent in black. Learn and improve. Ro roughly kicked me awake one morning, punching on the position of the sun. It was still quite early. What could have happened? Your opponent starts the battle soul charge. I don't have a mercenary. Actually, let's check something. This one that has the mercenaries? Let's see. Yeah, equipment agency. Oh, look at that. Why not? I got the money. We're buying. No. Oh, my God. Alright, here we go. Let's try this. I awoke the next morning to the sound of Grove's voice. Grab your weapon and follow me, now. I hurriedly jumped up and followed Grove as he stalked off. This area should be fine, draw your weapon. Startled by his sudden request, I asked him what he intended to do. Grove let out a sigh. I suppose I should explain. I have no intention of harming you, I only wish to test you. Given that we're still suspected of being outside, it is likely that one day I will be ordered to eliminate you. Several conditions must be met if you are never to be cleared of that suspicion. As part of that, I still can't read it, apparently. I am tasked with performing regular observations of you in the Astral Fissures. In other words, I will fight you now to gauge how strong you are, and then report my findings to the organization. It should go without saying that in order for me to get an accurate reading, you will need to fight me at full power. The surrounding air suddenly grew tense. Grove was giving off the same power he had shown before. I began to doubt his commitment to not putting me in harm's way. I will go easy on you. Come out here. We'll go easy on you? I don't know. You are in soul charge mode after all, Crow. Alright, here we go. Sparring match.
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh. Nope. Thought you were gonna get me, huh? Oh, you got me there. Oh, you got me. Oh.
No mercy! Don't move!
Oh.
Battle 2. Fight! No mercy! Take it! Will be erased.
No more. Oh, there you go.
It ends here! Chevalier! Curse your weakness.
Yeah. Oh no!
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Rematch. I'm just showing up on the screen trying to fight you over here. Tough cookie. Whoa, forgot about that. Oh, that was a bad idea. Woo! Alright, that's one round.
I'm not done yet. Fight!
Yeah! Oh, I didn't do that move.
Will be erased.
Move!
It ends here. Chevalier! Atone for the sin of weakness. Final battle. Fight! Time for a test.
kill. Yes! Oh, that was close.
Come at me!
Yeah. There we go. Only took me two tries. Alright. Water. Alright. Hello everyone joining. Welcome to the stream, welcome to SoulCalibur VI. I throw the wood as weapon, the intense air around him slowly settled. It seemed as though my test was over. I see, your strength and reaction times have clearly improved since you absorbed the power of the Astral Fissure and Dark Horror. So it seems Astral Fissures not only have the power to rid you of your headaches and stave off nightmares, but they can also increase your physical abilities as well. I watched Squirrel while he mulled things over and thought of Dion and Natalie. I wondered where they were and how troubled they would be if they happened to see Gro's strange power. I sent Dion and Natalie to head to gather intelligence in town. I would not worry about them. It was almost as if Gro had read my mind. We still have time? We still have time. Let's spar one more time. It appeared the test wasn't over after all. As I hurriedly read my weapon, I noticed that Gro seemed somewhat more at ease this time. Relax, I will not use that power again. In fact, our fight made me realize I would like to re-examine a few of my techniques, and you will help me do that. My training with Gro continued for some time, ultimately lasting until Dion and Natalie made their return. Intense weapon setting. Okay. Information gathering. Sir, the next Astral Fissure is located in the Figel Systemis Temple. Figel Systemis, from what Gro and the others had told me, they were a man cult who worshipped a nefarious god called Palgia. They were both cruel and brutal and delighted in human sacrifice. If we charge them blindly, I predict we will encounter heavy resistance. Additionally, their temple is a veritable labyrinth. It will take time to locate the Astral Fissure once we are inside. What do you suggest we do, sir? Simple, we take our cultists hostage and get the information we need from them. Sir. According to Dawn and others' information, there were 3 cultists nearby. The first was a high priest living in the village up ahead. The second was a swordsman who once worked for a cult as a mercenary. The third was a merchant who transported goods for the cult. The high priest was known to be a talented martial artist and had an elite fighting art on hand. The swordsman was alone, but a warrior of great repute. The merchant had scores of guards, but none were particularly noteworthy. Each would likely provide us with a different type of information. Target the high priest in hope of gaining valuable information despite the difficulty. Target the swordsman as a compromise between information quality and ease of capture. Target the relatively defenseless merchant for a quick and easy source of information. Let's go for the in-between one. Why not? Assail the swordsman. One of the cult's hired hands should be familiar with the ins and outs of the area. We waited until their swordsman was in the woods before launching a full-out attack. The opponent's counter hits through the damage. Alright then, here we go. Judging from your appearance, you are not mere bandits.
Battle 1. Fight!
Let's look at pants. Those sharp pants. It's pretty hard to take you seriously, buddy. Chill.
Battle 2. Fight!
Yoshimitsu strategy. The swordsman told us that many guards have been stationed beneath the temple recently. They set a heavy guard there. They must be protecting something important. The Astral Fissure, perhaps. Could very well be. We can use this information to formulate a plan. So, two-handed sword level 20. Storm in the temple. Our efforts helped us ascertain the location of the Astral Fissure in the Final Sestimus Temple. Our plan is complete. Now and after they slip in and cause a commotion, we will infiltrate the premises while they are distracted. Sir! We hit them tomorrow. Do not expect an easy ride. Prepare well. Sir! The sanctuary where evil lurks. Evil. Hammer to metal, a trial ahead. Five rings, a letter for Fei Hong. Let's try this. Li Hong's next letter was for Fei Hong. The man had already received an offer from the Silver Tigers. Oh, it adds 2 more damage to both you and your opponent. Your opponent will survive one deadly blow with a small amount of health. Defeat your opponent. Interesting. Okay. Ming Empire had fallen into turmoil in recent years, and hiring guards had become the norm among merchants. However, there were some among those guards who would immediately turn on their clients once they were outside the safety of the city. This was not the case in Yangwang. Even guards hired outside of official channels performed their duties without fail. Apparently, this is because of a man named Fei Hong who organized all of the guards unaffiliated with any crime syndicates. Dion planned to revitalize his own organization by aligning himself with Fei Hong. He gave me a letter and sent me to meet the man. What? Damn it all, I lost again. One more round, come on. Long-haired bodyguard. You shouldn't, you're no good at this, Fei Hong. Near the castle gates, I found a man excitedly playing dice with his fellow mercenaries. It had to be Fei Hong. Well, if no one wants to play, hey you, how about a round or two? The man suddenly turned to address me, though I thought I had approached unnoticed. I turned down his offer and delivered the letter. When I said I had come on behalf of Zehan to propose an alliance, Fei Hong furrowed his brow. That puts me in a bind. I've received a similar offer recently. Didn't pay, but Jackal himself came to see if we could strike a deal. He said there was a pile of money for me so big it would make my eyes pop out of my head. Young Zehan can't do better than that, can he? Hold on, though. To be fair, money isn't everything. Nasty work is still nasty work, no matter how you're paid. A man like me needs to enjoy life. So, friend, what do you think? Can Zehan provide me with some fun? What sort of things do I find fun? Fei-Hong's lips curving with a wicked grin as he locked eyes with me and assumed the fight stance. Things like having a bout with someone who can give me a real challenge. Hello, challengers to join. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to SoulCalibur VI, just playing the Libra of Soul mode. Been a while since I played this game. Glad I'm playing it again.
Battle 1. Fight!
Okay. Oops. I'll have to get that health. I'll have to get that extra health. What am I doing? Yeah. Whoa, you alright, Fei-Hong? Exactly what I wanted. It's a deal. I'll work with Zihan. Just promise we can do this again sometime. Oh, I'll come with you. Hey, get online. I want to sign up with Zihan first. These hired swords seem to have a strong sense of camaraderie. Now that Fei-Hong was working with Zihan, it would be easier to find more men to help keep the peace in town, which in turn would help young Wang prosper even further.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woohoo! Level 31. Alright, young Wang level up. Yeah! And expedition. Here we go, Cash Guy. Hammer to metal, a trial ahead. Ooh, this actually was kind of tricky. While shopping in Kashgar, I heard a strange rumor about Volta. It seems she had told the entire town about the iron sand at those salt flats. Hammer to metal, a trial ahead. Let's do it. As the roof of Bolta's smithy finally came into view, I could hear the rhythmic sound of a hammer on iron. ... I stepped into the back room and saw Bolta working a sword on the anvil. I called out, but she didn't notice me. I watched her work for a while, and at last she quenched the red-hot blade in a nearby barrel of water and took a deep breath. How long have you been there, Katie? You should have said something. Come to check in on me? When I told her that the rumors going around the city bothered me, she grinned. Oh, that? You think I'm weird too? After Volta had gathered the iron sand from the salt flats, she extolled its quality to the local lord. Soon after, other smiths in need of iron began flocking to the site. It's no loss for me. The Lord thanked me for the information and gave me permission to gather iron there whenever I wanted. Plus, if the other smiths in Kashgar are using good materials, the whole city's reputation goes up, right? Besides, nobody will be jealous for no good reason either. So relax, I pride myself on my technique, even if the iron's the same. The result of it. still have some doubts, huh? Well, let's put on the rest. I want to enter this sword in the exhibition. I need to check its balance. Let's give it a few swings. That'll prove its worth, right? Good, then come with me. Yeah, I'll probably stream for another half hour. This will be a shorter one because it's not really a popular one tonight. Seemed like I didn't pick a good time to stream. Still having fun though. Still
Battle 1. Fight! Show me what you can. Battle 2. Fight!
Win. Yeah, that seems good. You agree, right? I visited the shop a few days later. Bolter greeted me ecstatically. Huzzah, the weapon I turned in passed the first round of inspection. It's all thanks to you, JD. But this is where it gets serious. I'll be squaring off against Yashin soon. I could use some more of your help if you got the time. I promised Walter I'd do whatever I could before leaving her shop. Sometimes they're just showing up in the stream. You're starved. Woohoo! Kashgar leveled up. Oh, I don't have a whole lot of okay. I do think I should go back to the next one then. There we go. I should get a lot from this. The sanctuary where evil lurks. Thanks to Dawn and Ali's distraction, we managed to successfully infiltrate the temple. However, the chaos inside seemed too widespread to have been caused by diversion alone. It seemed we may not be the only intruders here today. I know what to do here. Let's see what's that. Here we go. Gold plus 10%. Yeah. That way, over there, now. What's going on here? Who dares desecrate our temple? We can't see out of these masks. Shouting cult follower. The gallery's on fire. Someone put it out quickly. Frightened cult follower. Anyone, report what's happening. Confused cult follower. Intruders, they're wreaking havoc. Yelling cult follower. So many cult followers. The fiends, vanquish them. Couch out their eyes. Far too much chaos to have been caused by Dion and Natalie alone. Would he have gotten here before us? The Astral Fissures should be just ahead of us. Wait, hide quickly. Do you see what I see? How dare you trespass in our sacred temple? Furious, grinning. Gee, I can't really tell if that cult follower is grinning. Hard to tell with that mask. You shall not leave here alone. Our God shall feast on your souls. Kill them all. Alter. Ha 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 ha. Gah ha ha. Kill me. You can't even scratch me. With the new power given to me by Lord Astral, it is I who will feast on your souls. You lot. Make a sweep of the surrounding area. See if no more worms crawl in. You got it. I knew it. You have to act now. Attack. You leaped out from the shadows, attracting the attention of Daniel and Walter. Oh, I see. You're unable to resist my beauty. Tell me, Crow, why do you pursue Lord Aswell so doggedly? Because you were ordered to, or to avenge Orzal and Curtis? Such a grotesque attitude, truly vile. I have no desire to converse with traitors. Stand aside, Daniel. The cultists are dead. These pigs are next. These pigs are next. I gotta think of Voltro and Daniel as like Dodoria and Zarbon from Dragon Ball, respectively. Like one's the pretty boy and the other's the big brute. No, that's big boy making Tinder a monster. Going down the door. Oh. Die, you can hit me this way. Oh, that is not good shot. Oh. Yeah. Okie dokie. Go up next, Zarbon. Just look at me when we got shot once by this guy. Not fitting. I am beautiful. We probably have a right with this. You win. Yay. Such beauty, such an unsurpassable allure. We cannot scorn this one, I think. Stand down, Voltro. I'm not done here yet with the power Lord Aswell bestowed upon me. These maggots are dust. Wahaha. Remember the plan. Only the ugly know not when to restrain themselves. Shut your mouth, The power spells is mine. I'm left with no other choice. Then it disappeared, leaving his companion behind. Walter swung his weapon wildly around himself. He was breathing rapidly, his eyes filled with a mad bloodlust. There was no indication he was going to tire anytime soon. Hello, challengers, just joined up in the street. I'm going to SoulCalibur VI. Leave this to me. You go on ahead and build the Astral Fissure. You think you can just leave? Your fight's for me. Voltro and Bro clash. I ran for the Astral Fissure. The sounds of battle echoing behind me. The ultimate sea. By the time I arrived near the Astral Fissure, it had been destroyed. The man standing where it had been turned towards me with a flourish that made a dramatic bow. It was Aswell. Dum dum dum! Your opponent's health and attack power will increase, but their health depletes over time. Defeat them. Oh, we must be fighting Aswell here. Quite brave. I'll let them try. Nah. Salutations, it's been far too long. If you're out of the Astral Fissure, I'm afraid you're too late. Bravo, how delightful, just as I planned. No, it was even more sublime. Magnifico, fantastique. What a magnificent miscalculation. I just need a few more Astral Fissures worth of power. My spine is tingling with excitement at the... Aswell stopped suddenly, and a shield appeared in front of him, reflecting a surprise attack from the newest intruder in this temple. I see your power has grown significantly. Oh hey, it's Astral out here. I haven't seen you since the beginning of this. Oh me, oh my, what a silly fool. How dare you interrupt me mid-monologue. I like that. If I hadn't obtained the power from this astral fish, I would have failed to detect your presence, and the curtain would have fallen too soon on my glorious performance. The resonance between the fragments of the cursed and spirit swords grows stronger. However, it is not yet strong enough to produce a sword. Such perceptiveness, you have a dangerous mind. The spear Aswell produced from thin air would have skewered Zasamel's body had he not evaded it. Very good. You're right, you know. Bingo, good job. Once I raise the fragment's resonance to their limit, I will be able to create two swords, both cursed and spirit, that match the power of the originals. And with those you hope to produce another evil seed, do you really wish to destroy the planet? Evil seed? How dare you, such an egregious misnomer? I call it the ultimate seed. The evil seed formed because the cursed sword gorged itself on the violent emotions brought about by chaos and war. That is why it had such a terrible effect on the humans I love so dearly. However, it also gave them phenomenal power, and that is why I had an epiphany. There we go, that's it. Perhaps people can be given this extraordinary power without losing their reason. By doing so, I can free them from the shackles of humanity's absurd destiny. The ultimate seed is formed when the energies created by the sword, the spirit and cursed swords, are fused together. By pushing their power to the extreme, one can create something that far exceeds the evil seed. Once the ultimate seed covers the globe, the human race will evolve, allowing them to achieve eternal glory. Though it pains me that some will be unable to survive the seed's power, it will be for the greater good. Did you hear that, Katie? If it succeeds in creating the ultimate seed, many will die, including those whom you met on this journey. Stop him from taking any more astral fissures. From what he has revealed today, I must busy myself with another task. Leaving so soon? But I was enjoying a little discussion. Aswell summoned another blade and hurled it at Zasalamel, who casually deflected it before striding away. Such a pity he has no time to play. Then again, I must be online. Walter hurtled through the entrance, followed shortly after by Roe. Aswell. Lord Aswell, you're safe. Excellent timing, my little Faulty. I have something to ask of you. Anything for you. If everything is going according to plan, Daniel and the others should have almost destroyed the temple's foundations by now. Keep these simple fools busy here. Naturally, I would love to do it myself, but I have things to do, places to be. But that means all. So you choose to rebel, even though I was benevolent enough to offer you one last chance? No, not at all. Please ignore what I just said. You can trust me. Very well. In that case, I shall give you the gift of even greater power. Aswell placed his left hand on Valtra. The man shuddered violently, then uttered a blood-curdling scream. Evil power exploded out from Valtra, whipping up a fierce wind. What up, boat scary guy? Welcome to the stream. Adieu, my little Vaulty. Though dull of mind, you acted so human, and I shall miss that. Lord Aswell. How you doing? Hope you're having a nice night. Nice evening. I'm just playing SoulCalibur VI now. It's been a long time since I've actually played it, or at least streamed it. Over a month. just been so busy with Spider-Man DLC and Spyro and Uncharted and stuff like that. Well, we got a bit more clear. Nope, denied. Yeah.
Battle 2. Fight.
Ah. No. Oh. Nope. Oh. Ah, you got it. I'm surprised that didn't fall through. They're there. No.
Final battle.
That made me ring off. Oh no, that's not good. Calm down. How did the second attack work?
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
I was not sure. I didn't expect him to be that tough. I knew it would be tougher. Not that tough. Okay. Let's try this again. Ah, no wonder he's making it so fast. Both his health and his attack power are increased. Oh boy. Actually got him that time. I got him on one round. Ah, I should have just. There we go. Oh yeah! That was a nice finish. There we go. Your previous victory on me was merely a fluke. Girl, as well as Cage. We shall meet again. The building shook violently with a rumble. The roof began to cave in. That is our cue to leave. No! Gasping, Vulture rose to his feet and pointed his weapon at us. You shall not leave. Your grave is here with me. Vulture charged, but Bro struck him down. His wounds should have been mortal. Huh? Should have been mortal? Apparently they didn't proofread this, because that's like the second error I found tonight. But he rose to his feet and pointed his weapon at us once more. Not done yet. Must make my lord proud. Vulture took a shaky step towards us and collapsed in a heap. Ro looked down at the fallen boy for a moment, then turned away. It is done. He is too weak to stop us. No. I must stop you. I must. Oh. Vulture's dreams were swallowed up by the crashing of falling masonry. Ro and I made our escape, dodging between chunks of falling debris. Alas, poor
surges in your body.
Poor Vulture. Two Astral Fissures. Once we had escaped the crumbling temple, we met back up with Ion and Natalie. According to Katie, the situation is much worse than we had imagined. The horrors of the evil seed will pale in comparison to what Astral plans to bring about with the ultimate seed. With only a fraction more power at his disposal, Astral will be able to summon the sword that he needs to realize his ambitions. We must prevent him from attaining any more power from the Astral Fissures. So we need to take care of any fissures before he does. Precisely. Do you have any information on them? Yes, sir. We have confirmed that there are 2 of them nearby. One is to the northwest and the other to the west. We are not sure which one Ezra will head to first. As we were discussing what to do next, a messenger from the Aval organization appeared. I found you. I have emergency orders. I was told to head to Sir Grove directly. I don't like his name, Spy. Forgive me, I have other things to attend to. My lives for the cause. Grove read through the latest set of orders. Dion, now that you two will split up and each head to a different astral fissure. Kitty will accompany one of you to close the fissure. Meanwhile, the other one will rendezvous with the second squadron and protect the remaining fissure until Katie arrives to deal with it. Sir! I have another mission I need to prioritize. When it is done, I shall join you. Understood. And with that, Row left. We watched him go and then began formulating our plan of action. So which astral fissures should be dealt with first? You are the one who can destroy them, so we shall follow your lead. It is rumored that the Azure Knight haunt for lands in the northwest, slaughtering all he meets. To the west, the road is comparatively safe. The fissure to the northwest is closer. It may be dangerous, but is it worth the risk? That's your call. If you head to the north, I shall accompany you. To the west, Natalie will. Take the risky route and head northwest with Dion. Prioritize safety and head west with Natalie. I didn't know this would be like a good choice or an evil choice. Okay then. Well, I'm making all the good choices this run through, so we're going to prioritize safety and head west. Yeah. There we go. Didn't expect that to be a good choice, evil choice thing. Reunion. What's that guy? That guy. You got that? Nothing break. Sorry. Maxi. How about that? Searching for the next Astral Fissure, I'd love to do a familiar face. It's the perfect opportunity to catch up. Hooray, Maxi! Let's do it. Oh, it's on as well. And healing. Alright, let's go. Along the way, we decided to stop at a village to replenish my supplies and gather information. I shall find out what I can, while you procure provisions for the road. When you are done, meet me at that tavern. I quickly restocked my provisions and headed to the boisterous tavern. Hi there. Not the best time to come by, I'm afraid. There's a bit of a man soared through the air, cutting our conversation short. Slammed into the floor by the entrance and lay still. Like, see what I mean? If you're gonna pick a fight with me, make sure you stand a chance first. The back of the tavern. The back of the tavern appeared none other than Maxi. Huh? Hey, dude. It looked like Maxi was the cause of the commotion. I greeted him and asked what had happened. Some people just have bad manners, you know. Just kind of laid down the law a little. Well, at least some hoodlum had been causing trouble for on the barn raids. Is that you, cutie? Who should appear next but Keeler, followed by a sprightly young girl? Never in 100 years would I expect to see you here. You okay, do you, Keeler? Huh, you know KD too? You know KD too, Maxi? Hey, both of you know him, so which one of you is going to introduce me? Going to introduce us? It was a strange turn of events. Still, I thought it best to leave before we caused any more trouble. Judging by the twitchy smiles on the faces of the staff, it was a good idea. So you're the friend Maxi was telling me about. Man, it's been too long. You must have run into Keeler after we went our separate ways. Yes, we met before I started my journey. Once we had celebrated our reunion, I asked them why they were here, and their smiles quickly faded. We're all heading west for different reasons, isn't that right, Maxi? Yeah, I'm gonna get my revenge for my crew. They were my family. The word revenge made my stomach lurch. What had happened to Kiam and the others? Maxi continued on with a troubling expression. Everyone was killed by that bastard Astral. His words shocked me to the core. All of them gone? Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna get my revenge, even if I have to die to do it. Max's expression went dark and filled with rage, but I had no words to ease his pain. Anyway, enough killing the mood. You grabbed his hand, breaking the tension that had fallen over us. We should be celebrating our reunion. You got any good ideas for the party, Keeler? Me? How about we're all have a tournament to make sure we're not gone rusty? It would cheer us up and be great training, too. Jeez, they came with the training. Well, what do you think, Katie? I want to join in too. Spectating forward. Alrighty then. Yeah, but I'm not the one to get the revenge on, buddy. I thought we were sworn to get our mind off of all the revenge plots for the moment. Hey, we're about to stop you from getting your revenge. I never liked pretty sure I mentioned this in one of my previous episodes too. A while back. Oh. Oh, I there we go. How much else do I have for Kulik? Oh man, he got me. Oh, gotcha.
Come at me.
Me hit my top hat. You don't stop improving, do you, Katie? You trying to conquer the world? As we talked and laughed, Medley appeared from the town, frowning deeply. People at the tavern directed me here. Did you forget about our meeting? What on earth have you been doing? Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. Take care, Katie. I hope our paths cross again. It was great meeting you and better fighting to see you. Said our farewells and a still fuming alley dragged me out of town. Well, sorry. Am I not allowed to reconnect with old friends? Poor shit, not you. Same old samurai. Oh, Mitsurugi too, I suppose. Guess I'm gonna find him again. That's nice. Yeah, do that. Okay. How do I like you? Alright, this way. Okay. I'll do this. Opponents have greatly increased defense, but whenever you win a reversal edge, you become stronger. Defeat all opponents. Ah, what could that be? Oh wow, I don't I'm barely doing any damage against me. I am a tank now. That's that was kind of funny. Oh, a lot of damage. Point it. It's not easy bullshit. Yeah. Final account. When I returned to the shop after eliminating the Necromana gang, I was greeted by a beaming Zeon. Splendidly done, Katie. You took care of that affliction for me, didn't you? An official just gave me the good news. They said they'd have future work for me. My reputation in the city is growing. I can even swagger through the streets with fire now. Oh, the official left this for me as a little extra bonus. Here, remember where you got it. I'm so glad to have someone like you around. Don't be a stranger. Title, Notorious Mercenary. Nice. Alright, let's go back to Silver. Okay. Same old samurai. Yep, Mitsurugi, back again. This is a good. I think this would be a good last fight in this game. I mean, now we're passing by the town of Matatulu when out of nowhere a familiar voice called out to me, Mitsurugi. It seemed a lot had happened to him back in his native Japan. Hey, you over there. Could you spare some food? I cannot pay you, but instead I can guard you on your way to... Why, if it isn't KD, if memory serves, you were searching for a fishy. I see you're still looking. But before we get lost in the past, how about sending some food my way? So you have journeyed with this man before? I nodded to Natalie and then handed some food to the two. Natalie laughed, carefully assessing the situation. Much appreciated. If only there was a big war, I eat well. But when the world's at peace, I go hungry. I asked Mitsurugi what he'd been up to since we last met. I returned to my homeland to sell the scroll with Tanagashima. Unfortunately, I could not win. Though I'm loath to admit it, I'm still too weak. So I started over from square one and have been training non-stop since. Then I heard rumors of Soul Edge being revived, so now I travel in search of its owner, this Knight of Mare. As promised, I shall be your guide for a while in return for your kindness. You know, I'd also like to cross bridge with one of those berserks, were they called? Extra pair of hands, a familiar face, your offer has merit. However, I need to know for certain you're a capable fighter. Very well, words alone cannot prove ability. Hey Katie, I'm excited to see how far you've come. I challenge you to a duel. It's time to duel. Bring it on, meats. Yeah. You're my inspiration after all. I'm using your style.
Battle.
Man to man, let's do this.
I've been waiting here.
Oh.
Take this. Battle.
Yeah.
Fight.
Ooh. No more. I have no. Oh. You surprised me. Oh, you surprised me.
Battle 4. Fight.
Which is it?
Time to
Oh,
end
boy.
you. Report this life.
Oh, that's not good.
The end. Bring it up. Ready?
I made you lose your pants. Oh, Woo!
Come at me.
Woo! Yeah! Good fight, Mitsurugi. Hello, John Dukes. No. Well, maybe here. Yeah, that was a good workout. I think I'm hungry again. So, did I pass your test? You are indeed highly skilled. I formally request your support. That's the spirit.
Your soul surges in your body.
That's all. Oh, this thing is so much boring. Naturally, his heart was troubled as she reflected on everything that had happened since she began her pursuit of Astral. It has been a number of days since we parted ways with Grove. Dion sent word that his mission is proceeding smoothly, but still we have no idea where Astral and his rabid dogs are located. We should plan to encounter them at the Astral Fissure and wipe them out there. I'm concerned about Grove. Where could he have gone? I am without proof, but he must be hiding something. There is something suspicious about Curtis's death. The report said he was caught unawares by Aswell, but something does not quite ring true. But I do know that had Grow not involved him in that mission, Curtis would still be alive. He needs to be watched closely. What about KD? Just what is he? While the organization has not classified him as an outsider, he is most assuredly not a normal human. However, I should refrain from making a judgment for the time being. Interruptions. Process. The night with the evil eye. Echoes of fate, Journey's dawn, the fading light. Actually, we'll do this one. Let's see what it looks like. Oops, I didn't name the actual thing for this one. we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do this mission and call it. So you keep a company we pressed on. Suddenly a strange yet familiar aura filled the air. It felt like a berserker stepping forth from an astral fissure. Something in the air sends a tingle down my spine. No, could it be another astral fissure has spawned? I shall investigate the area. You two stay put. I know this feeling. More berserkers, I wager. Forget Natalie. I will not let a good fight pass me by. Let's go, Katie. Ignoring Natalie's orders, Mitsurugi spread it off. Left with little choice, I quickly followed. Oh, an actual cutscene. This is very rare. Woo! Oh, hey, look. Yo. Ooh, sup, boss cloth?
That how you greet folk in this world? He blocked that. Come take me on. Crap like this. Exactly why I hate portals. Come on! What the?
Oh, hashtag food. Thanks very much for the 100 bits while fast open and stream.
This is strange sorcery.
Nice.
He's not bad with a sword. But I'm not the one he seems interested in.
Wood guild.
Mystery opponent. Who are you? Sure as hell don't look like you ride with the hunt. Yet your power's clearly not human either. That's disappointing. Sooner or later, I will face you in battle.
Well,
Just
now I'm
wait.
using the guy with the... Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
Fine.
No.
For now, let's see what you're made of.
Eventually. I'll use Geralt though, but I'll use Geralt though. Eventually. I mean, maybe not for this stream, but if I'm ever like doing like a different stream. Like this stream is basically just focusing on the Libra of Soul mode, which I use my own custom character for. I did play as Geralt before in the older SoulCalibur stream. Oh boy. I love the music now. See the fight, that's good enough. And this is a good ways into the campaign, into the Libra of Soul campaign, so you ought to fight pretty good. Oh. Yeah.
Battle to fight.
Whoopsie. Oh.
Let's dance.
Nope, I'm right. You mad. Gotcha.
Battle three. Fight.
I've been going which has been I have the CD from the game to include the soundtrack. Yeah. It's a good soundtrack. SoulCalibur always has good music. I love this music. It's probably like my favorite music in the game. It's not technically from SoulCalibur, I think. Like something from Witcher. Because this is Geralt's stage. Aha, after this time. Soul Chronicle, Hidden Record, Mitsurugi, Soul Chronicle, Hidden Record, Girls. Nice. The Witcher. Alright. With the fight over, I thrust my hands into Astral Fissure to claim its power. Hey, what the hell's going on here? I like how they identify him as Strange Man. He ain't not Strange Man, he's girl. What are you talking about, game? I will not allow you to interfere. This needs to happen. He just quit the game. Can't say I expected that. He decided the Strange Man turned and began walking away. Where are you going? We have unfinished business. Easy now. Got things to attend to, as I'm sure you must too. My previous actions offended you. I fully apologize. I am Mitsurugi Hishiro. You are. I thought Hishiro was your first name. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. What the? The man made a sudden sharp gesture towards Mitsurugi. His fingers traced in a symbol in the air. Instantly, the samurai's movements became sluggish. What devilry is this? Relax, he'll be fine. Just walk it off. Geralt turned and walked away, leaving Mitsurugi bound by the strange power. Hey, you think this can stop me? No. With a burst of strength, Mitsurugi broke through the invisible bonds holding him. Okay then. I always love how he gets stuff wrong. He gets like names wrong and everything. Geralt, was it? I would be most interested in a real duel with him. Perhaps he has not gone far. I could catch up if I made haste. My apologies, Katie, but this is where our paths diverge. Take care and keep your wits about you. Mitsurugi hurried off after Geralt just as now they returned. I believe I told you to wait. What happened to the Astral Fissure, that samurai? I quickly explained what had happened. If the Astral Fissure's been dealt with, then we should get moving. Forget the samurai. He can do as he wishes. Who needs him?
Your soul surges in your body.
Look at that experience. Level up twice. Nope, level up 3 times. And yep, say that one. That time. Level up 86. Oh, what do we got here? Imprisoned memories. I might as well keep going until we see the 3-hour mark. I thought we already got the Astral Fissure. What are you talking about, game? Ooh, we're even in that screw. Nah, it's not a solution. Let's see, what's over here again? Oh, that's stuff. Nope, that's too high low. Another researcher strength thing. I've seen this other researcher strength. We'll just go back to thing. Prison memories. No one else appeared to be around, so there was nothing else for me to do but absorb its power. But when the Berserker suddenly appeared, now they began acting strangely. How dare you act strange in front of me? Alright. The information was correct. Approach the target. When we neared the Astral Fissure, a Berserker appeared. What the? Natalie's eyes widened. Silently, she backed away, shaking her head as if in disbelief. Huh. Curtis, why? How? Natalie seemed shaken. Looking closer, I noticed that the berserker was wearing an Evolve uniform. I must stop as well. Sir Curtis, it is I, Natalie. As well, betrayed us. Sir Curtis. The grief in Natalie's voice did nothing to stir the berserker's emotions. In a trance, she began to wander towards him. I stopped her and readied my weapon. What was I thinking? He is berserker and must be defeated. Grrr. Grrr. Oh, boy, I'll defeat him for you. This might be a little tricky, though. Audio is good, right? I've had, like, nobody here to say if the audio's been good. It's actually been kind of a lonely screen for the most part, but still fun. Oh, I actually like it, that's it. I think it's shaky. Nope, not we got it. Ha! Gotcha. Oh boy. No. Oh boy. No. Oh, my guard impact. Drat. Hello, train. I hear you off in the distance. I don't know what you're doing at midnight, or like 1 o'clock in the morning. It seems right weird. Oh, this ain't good. Oh! Nope. So the fight can stop. Gotcha.
Final battle. Fight.
Final battle. Yeah, I thought I already absorbed it after this. How come I'm like doing another one? No, what? Oh, I couldn't block him down. No. Ah.
My time.
I did not mean to do a reversal race. Oh, let's go. No, it didn't. Oh, that works. Whew. That's close. Whew. Yeah. Come back to your senses, Sir Curtis. Forgive me, Grow. I failed you. I should never have accompanied you. The berserker disappeared, even behind a heavy silence. You never stopped caring about Grow. Was it not he who caused your death? Natalie slumped down where the berserker disappeared, her expression unreadable. I am fine. Natalie stood and turned to me. We need to meet up with Dion and destroy the other Astral Fissure.
Your soul surges in your body.
Oh yeah! Level up once again, level 39. Oh, I'm so close to level up. Stolen power. Oops. Okay. Oh man. What is Mash Land doing? Taming of the Shrew. Taming of the Shrew, the mysterious swordsman. Came across a swordsman engaged in battle with a band of thieves on a grassy plain. Attempt to even the balance, I readied my weapon and moved in. Only horizontal attack, so effectively the opponents move more quickly. Defeat them all. I could hear the sound of swords clashing in the distance. Letting the sound guide me, I eventually came upon a lone swordsman fighting what appeared to be a group of brutish bandits. The swordsman was easily holding his own, despite being outnumbered over 10 to 1. He was obviously a considerably skilled fighter. I'll only say this one more time. Tell me where your hideout is. I'm pretty confident for someone going up against this many of us. Fine, we'll tell you, but you'll have to beat all of us first. Bandits wasted no time surrounding the swordsman. He may have been strong, but the odds were stacked against them. He decided to lend a helping hand and at least draw away those at his back. Alright. Horizontal attacks this time. We're fighting a weapon. Almost. No, it looks like we're going. If it wasn't the hood, if you didn't have a hood, you might look like a weapon. I think he had facial hair too, so. Oh, I was just probably actually looking at life in my character. That'd be pretty easy. Some of this music actually sounds like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game too. Like this music here. Actually, it went by pretty fast. I didn't expect that. Not bad. If things were different, I'd love to go toe-to-toe with you and see what you really got. The swordsman, having already defeated his enemies, was now looking at me. I asked him if I had stuck my nose where it didn't belong by helping him. No, I appreciate your help. I'm in a hurry and didn't want to waste time dealing with all of them. Thank you. After extending his thanks, he introduced himself as Hong Song Yang. I nodded and told him my name. Oh, I can't Wong be a DLC character. Katie, huh? You seem pretty strong. I've got a favor to ask you. Wong explained to me that he was escorting his master's daughter back to their hometown when they got separated. He stated that she was most likely taken by the bandits and was probably being held against her will at their hideout. I lost my family, so the master has been like a father to me, which means his daughter is kind of like my little sister. If anything happens to her, I'll never be able to forgive myself. Wong went down with the bandits at his feet. According to what I was able to squeeze out of these guys, there are a lot more than waiting at their hideout. I don't plan on throwing in the towel anytime soon, but I might be biting off more than I can chew if I go there alone. Can we call on you to help me out? I nodded and told him we should hurry. If you want to save his master's daughter. Although he seemed surprised by my response, he thanked me once again. Thanks, I'm glad you feel that way. The bandits' base of operations is supposedly in the mountains. Let's wait until night before sneaking in.
surges in your body.
Woo! Level 40. The swordsman and the daughter. I knew it was something, you know. Oops. Oops. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, immediately attack. Opponent's middle attacks do more damage and their health recovers when they perform a guard impact. Sometimes they're just showing up on the screen. Well, might not have just shown. You've been here a little while. Alright. Ooh, Desert Tail, high quality. Green, green, amber, and rock level 28. Nice. Target destination. Wong and I made our way to the thieves' hideout, expecting to be greeted by a host of bandits. Instead, we were greeted with the sound of silence. Both you and your opponent have a high likelihood of crushing the other's guard. Defeat your opponent. Interesting. Let's do this. We eventually found the bandits' hideout nestled deep in the forest in the mountains. Let's split up and attack them from both sides. I'll slip behind their camp and hit them from the back. You can handle yourself pretty well, but there were a lot of them. Be careful. I made my way to the dark forest after Wong left. Just when I thought I should have reached the hideout, it dawned on me that I hadn't encountered any guards or lookouts. Something was wrong, and that's when I sensed someone behind me. I spent all this in time to see a figure striking at me. Hiya! Parried my attack. You must be the leader of the bandits then. You're too late. I already took care of all your blunders. Woman ready to weapon. Really, they will know. Prepare to face justice. Hey, I've already met you before. What gives? Foolish woman.
Battle 1. Fight!
You're the head of that band of thieves! Can you stand?
Oh.
Try again! See ya! Perfect!
Gotcha. Apparently, some new, I believe, they have the name kind of a ball.
Time to go wild. No way. You still lose to a petty thief.
Come at me!
You win. Not bad, but there's no way I'm letting an evil dude like you get away with this. Find me one more. Stop, Mina. He's not one of the bandits. Huang appeared from the direction of the hideout and stopped the woman. Huh? Huang, what are you doing here? I came here looking for you. It's great you got rid of the bandits, but couldn't you have at least told me you were coming in here before you left? I got really worked up and just kind of ran off. Mina, we can't protect our country if it's just you making all the moves, right? I'm sorry. I asked Huang about the leader of the bandits. He replied that he had taken care of him. Mina, I asked this person to lend me a hand in dealing with the bandits. Oh, okay, I'm sorry I mistook you for one of them in attack. You're not hurt. Oh, wait a sec, Kitty, is that you? Oh, it's been a while. I couldn't see your face before, so I had no idea. How have you been? Also, she does recognize me. We celebrated our reunion with a quick, pleasant chat. Huang would relieved to see so Mina happy. So you attacked someone you knew without realizing who it was. What would you have done if you had actually hurt him? I asked Mina if she had found Soul if she shook her head. No, I haven't found it, but that's okay. A lot happened after I met you. I realize now I don't need that sword to protect my country, because we are going to protect it. Mina's eyes were filled with determination. She seemed far more mature than she had when we last met. Thanks again for your help earlier, Katie. We're going to head back now. If you happen to be in our neck of the woods, stop by the Song Dojo. A warrior like you is always welcome there. I'll keep training so I'm able to beat you when you show up. On that. Nope. Get their keys. Stolen power. I think this will actually be where I ended off for tonight. So, next time my stream will be tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. If it's tomorrow afternoon, I might do a Overwatch stream. Maybe even Dragon Ball Fighter down there. And if it's tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, there'll be another SoulCalibur stream. Because I don't know to do more of this game. So to everybody who's watching now on Twitch or watching on YouTube, thank you all very much for watching. Good night, Phil, and until next time, everybody have a good night. And peace out.